Okay.
Yeah, copying the link now.
Thank you very much. Good evening, comrades of the APC. This is not Comrade Owen Kasu. The talk toner today na the 21st of November 2021, and the time now is just about 3 minutes past 7 o'clock UK time, and the same as Sierra Leone. And then I are today with me co-host winner Sweet Bonita. This is the APC UK and Ireland and the diaspora online TV platform. This is the mouthpiece of the APC, and of course, the platform this way every APC comrade can come for can talk to we about what they happen in our country. So just yesterday we get a very, very important and very, very good annual general meeting will take place in the UK and Ireland, specifically in the Reading region. And Adena also with me co-host and get a guest we can join me for can talk to you about this Reading program. We now no other person but the women's leader, the Queen of Berkshire, Madam Safiatou Bangura. But before we reach there, I will also want to make and also we get a very important lawyer. We represents the APC in Sierra Leone. We do it within the platform within the call Lawyer Boniface. And I come on him, I know everybody know him for Lawyer Boniface. So, but very soon we're going to introduce, we guess them. I just want to come to Sweet Bonita, make it come live, make it say hi to comrades them at the platform. Sweet Bonita, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, our guests. And no, today my voice is gone. Yesterday, as we had our party meeting, it was good. So just bear with me.
Sweet Bonita, Sweet Bonita, Sweet Bonita. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I see you the party, you the dance, you the show. We say, yeah, you having fun. Yesterday was really, really brilliant, and the Reading and Oxford region actually proven to we for say yes. The preparation wouldn't be there all along, paid off. Wonderful, wonderful moment we'll get for the APC. It sent a very, very big signal, not only to the UK and Ireland generally, but the diaspora as well as in Sierra Leone for say yes, we are indeed very serious about what's going on, in Ayaso. And trust me, yesterday the crowd was good, the hospitality was good. I mean, right now, I'm tired, I'm eating also right now. come very early this morning, and but anyways, we get Madam Safiatou Bangura, and I also the women's leader for the APC Oxford and Reading and Oxford region. So come live and say hi to we family, we comrades them. Unmute yourself.
Well, hello, good evening, everybody, all comrades, associates, friends, everyone on a good evening.
Yes.
And this, Madam Safi, we are commonly known in Amiens region as the Queen of Berkshire. Even the wider London now don't they get used to that name.
Yes.
And as my comrade Owen Kasu say, me Nadi and we know we don't do elections, so I'm the interim women's leader. So yeah, good evening once again, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Glad for seeing you also today. In spite of the work I don't do yesterday, I see you did work so hard, from Friday evening, you're not able to sleep, you don't rest, you don't walk through the nights. We go there to you in the morning, we get a big breakfast. Seriously, Anyways, you actually worked hard, you really proven for me, and the hospitality from the organization right down to the food, to the last pepper soup in the late hours. People they talk about them. Anyway, before we go into the nitty-gritty of it, I just want to make Lawyer Boniface come live and say hi to comrades them. In one of the erudite lawyers in Sierra Leone, who they represents the APC party, and it don't represent in so many cases them, and they continue to do that. Now, one of the guys that we myself been in name for so long, where they go in places them, they go fetch for, represent people that we not get money for pay for them legal cases that we didn't get, for try for freedom and try for represent them without taking monies from them. I never ever talk to them, I never, I think I meet them once na Poloko, that convention with Islam, something against we, but the injunction against we. But today is the first time for actually get tete-a-tete with them. So Mr. Boniface, please come live and say hi to comrades.
Hello, comrades.
Yeah.
Mina Lawyer Boniface, the talk owner from Sierra Leone, Freetown to be specific. I'm happy that you invite me to this program for share my thoughts with Mona and with listeners them as to what thing they happen in our country. As you say, it is always my own pleasure for participate into the issues that we get for do with APC. So I want to thank Mona for consider me, in fact, for participating in this program. I feel highly honored. Thank you very much. I'm here.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Boniface. I just want to give a small glimpse of waiting me they go on reading yesterday under the APC. There's so many videos, so I just did do a random pick of waiting ever I come across for make we able for just get a glimpse of waiting happen, and then we go get Madam Safia to Bangura for just give in your own thoughts about it, how they manage for pull this through with all the the giribara we the APC BDPA yesterday Reading put we down a steady we. They put we down, then steady we completely, So we really, surprised at them. But anyways, we'll come to that. Let's just share this with you now quickly. Yes, welcome again. This is the APC Diaspora Online TV program, and Adena also with my co-host Wena Sweet Bonita, Ade with Mr. Mo Bangura, we nainami we nainami Director of Technical Affairs. They are with Dr. Denke, with Professor Delwyn Thomas. You know, yesterday I forgot to talk about Delwyn Thomas, the wonderful work we do from behind the scenes. Yesterday, let me give you full updates, real-time updates of waiting the happen, you know, on the platform, and we try to fix a lot of things them, if not to being technical, you know, skills them and perfect work that we do from behind the scenes. For me, be very, very difficult for we as a team for able to pull this thing off. But thankfully, it was behind the scenes yesterday. I had the platform to speak to people about what in the media team to do. And surprisingly, you know, because of the time being limited, not be able to get for do everything, you know, for talk about But apologies already has been accepted to the platform, so we move on from there. So Sweet Bonita, please tell me how the platform to go if people don't know begin to log in. Or just see with that before we start officially.
Yeah, people are logged in as usual. We have a usual suspect. We have Prezo here all the way from Bristol, sending greetings to who. And we have Mohammed Toka. It says, wow. So I'm sure he's thinking of what we went through yesterday. We have Comrade Arun Pape here, says, good evening, Comrades all. The volume, that was when you were playing the sound, the same from Delwyn Thomas. And then we also have Omar Kamara.
Yes.
That's also greetings from the UK TV, and I like that from Cass just said, but people online, and there says the Queen of Yorkshire, I mean
Berkshire.
Yeah. So everybody, and also including Boniface, they're like, well, they never knew that somebody was doing here we here, you know, normally what he's doing, it's a legal aid, right? So somebody's just asking, they never know Sierra Leone provide a legal aid. So within the APC, we had a legal aid lawyer. So it doesn't mean because you don't have money, people will come and just abuse your human rights. So that's one thing, again, people are grateful to know from
APC gets a battery of legal luminaries. Very, very powerful one day. This is one of them. Not see I'm small, and the guy I really named like back in the days, where they go all the way to go Kenema, then far places in the country. Somebody's logged in. Somebody's logged in. Who's logged in here?
That's MK.
This is MK. This is go to the Facebook, yeah, please. Just go to the Facebook.
Can Mo just block that person from?
Yeah, log in from the Facebook. Log in from the Facebook. The Zoom now for just the guest them. Yeah, Mr. Boniface had been named for many, many, many years. They go and places them, they go represent people them, you know, we they not sell for reasons best known to whatever, but it don't represent them, and you know they take money from them because they're not get asset in the first place. So not to the first time, and in name them, you know, go far and wide, and you know, it don't come at the APC legal team, it don't represent the APC, so many cases then. But let me discuss quickly about the Reading annual general meeting with the APC UK and Ireland gets. The Queen of Berkshire, thank you for sharing this platform with me. I know say you don't get enough time now so today, but we managed to get you and we want to tell you thank you for that. You understand? So I want to come about all this preparation for able to pull off a wonderful, wonderful show for me yesterday. Accommodate hundreds of people that we come out Manchester, we come out Bristol, we come out, you know, the Midlands, from Birmingham now, Leicester, you know, Coventry, all in place, then they're able for reach now Reading. Forget about London, because the amount of buses that we come out of London, double decker all come out of London for reaching that place. Can't believe it. I want to manage for host we and look after we all to satisfaction. Nobody no complain. Tell me about small thing.
Okay, thank you very much for getting me on this platform today. I appreciate it. First of all, on behalf of the chairman, Chairman Sanusi, and the rest of my comrades them, we want to say plenty thank you to Papa God, because for everything what they do, we try for put God, we try for commit unto God for making we a good sense of direction, and also for make able for guide we in every step of the way. For in every plan who they do, we try for put Papa God first. So I believe say now that's make we get a successive meeting yesterday. You know, it wasn't not an easy road. It wasn't easy at all. But we say unity, day,
Can you give it to me?
oneness,
Thinking they're using the
so
phone.
peace, cohesion. There's nothing we not go achieve. No matter how big it is, we're not still able to achieve them. So as we know, this meeting is supposed to happen way before the corona can hit we. We begin that plan day. So since the corona hit, that was laid back. But even though we'll not be able to carry on with it because of the restrictions, behind the scenes, every now and again, we continue with planning them for when Papa God make them possible for we like yesterday. So as a team here, as I say, the chairman, we very with a plan constructively together with all the other comrades them. We not go to the main branch we na London for ask for any help. We come together as a team, like I say, we try for unify we self naya. You know, not like that we not get any issues, we do get issues. But when we get them, we deal with them here and there and put them behind we back. So because of that, we able to come together, we tax we save. You know, we tax we save so that we do we contributions them. We chairman and we previous chairman we elder Mr. Lamin Banabum Sanko, you know, then two people and they then do a very, very hefty contribution towards financially. So not for talk about even now the rest of the other spheres them. So as a team, now so we will be able to come together for we're able for beat all region them. And me, I will raise hand and I say I want to see the region or even London for Leona go able for reach we standard we given yesterday. So it was say we worked so hard. And for make we able for giving the food was fantastic because I had a lot of feedback while people they eat this cassava leaf, this fried rice. This pepper soup. So all the food, I don't think so we get complaint from anybody. To the extent we even get like about 6 people that will make a request. But yeah, this cassava leaf we go want to repeat. So yeah, so that's how we come to that success meeting day, and where everything like just went smoothly.
A cassava leaf day, that cassava leaf day. I eat that cassava leaf day that I host to you. Then when I go to the party, where you don't give me my own plates, what do eat and done? I go back to that kitchen there, I hide by you. I go back to that kitchen there, I go ask for the cassava leaf. I say, where that cassava leaf? Now somebody say, hey, they don't know. Now I say, no, you don't done it. I say, cassava leaf day. The second go I go now, I meet them, put on one small bowl now. I don't know if it's possible. I wrap and go. Now I say, no, that cassava leaf now. And then put for me smaller plates.
Yeah.
You know, it was really good. It was really
Yeah.
good. And I mean, people say Bristol, we don't take the lead in terms of hosting the APC. Then I see Midlands themselves, then shake tail. Then do some kind of big occasion where we go there, we see how Midlands then perform. And then recently we go Manchester back. We see Manchester, the community of Manchester, all the entrepreneurs, then the business women, they all come together, they can showcase their skills, then which they can able to do in terms of promoting the community. That was really, really good. You know, we see all of this, all our APC business. The chairman himself, an entrepreneur, and a very good guy. They make a lot of effort. But then we think, say, okay, this is a general meeting for the APC already. We will see about what they get into able to do. What you miss with me yesterday? Huh? I don't look for sweet bonita. What you miss with me yesterday? Huh? But we go actually all the region can be together in Oxford. Me, I do it together in right now. Man, not tell nobody lie. Sweet bonita, what do you think? Sweet bonita, you're mute.
Lancaster, right now you've put me on the spot, and Mommy Safi, because I can't even say anything, because at the end of the day, some of us did takeaway. Food, drinks, everything was takeaway. You know, I'm one of those people are so picky on eating in public places, and then beautiful sister Donsa says there is a food that you would not regret to eat. She went and brought me cassava leaf. And I swear down, I was eating as if I have not eaten the whole day. That's how it was. So that's why you saw me when I was dancing, my belly was like big. It's because I've eaten a huge cassava leaf from down south. So to be honest, the food, there was no food that I tried that had an issue. Because normally you eat, be like, oh no, not this one. And then I had the opportunity to also taste the meat that they put on the sticks. And that one too was nice. Yes, that one too was nice. So I was like, okay. And I was coming down, I saw the chili sauce, the ones that they did in the container. And everything was presented, because like even that, it was already in a takeaway container, because I was like, for us leaving now. So it would have the leads, everything, and then you had your spoon. So it's just up to you to skip it down or keep it. So I'm sure we all agree that the food was the best. And everything that happens again, to be honest, Mom, it's like we had one of the most, as you said, everything that we were saying, there was this, there was that, everything came to a standstill, and everybody's like, you know what, we're moving here with unity to go back. And as you said, there were how many buses from London? We don't know about the ones that were coming from the other regions. So it was a huge success show. And I would like to say kudos to all the team in Oxford and Reading, and also to the chairman, Mr. Sanesi, because he stood out, and I saw him running away because I think he was about to fall. They had to serve him at the back. I'm like, okay, I'm coming to join here because this is a special food. So every time you see food, you want to go into it. But honestly, it was really, really good. There is nothing bad I can say at this minute regarding everything. Was like, wow. And we are happy that you guys gave us the opportunity to share that platform with you.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the chairman of the branch, Hamid Mustafa Kuruma, and the secretariat, and the entire executive, we want to say plenty thank you to the Reading and Oxford executive and all the APC people we did it. We come together, we support this particular organization, and for put things like how them put on so for go host and you know give you everything we require, what we need to satisfaction. And like you say, we are not asking for penny. You know, normally we supposed for through some support financially or whatever to, but we're not asking for penny, and we pull off a very, very big occasion like this. You know, we send a shockwave across the globe, you know, about what APC can do in the UK. And we do really appreciate, and a big thank you from the executive in the UK and general membership that we go to Una, the Reading and Oxford region for the fantastic hospitality we receive from Una. Una, thank you very much. And the media team also, as a coordinator, are really, really impressed with the way how things are put together. And the media team, for the first time, then get a platform for able to express themselves, you know, in the APC, you know, family. For say, yes, we are a force to reckon with, and we are ready to move the APC party forward. So we thank Una for giving the time. We Una give, you know, in terms of all the speakers that we get for can talk. Una give them 5 minutes. We Una give it 10 minutes, and we take another 10 minutes on top of Una back. You know, really, really appreciate that. Something that will happen on that particular general meeting day.
Yeah.
We not be the expecting go ever happen. I want to we talk about that. I don't know if you been get a prior knowledge or understanding or plan, or the thing just happen spontaneously because of the camaraderie atmosphere will be the go on at the place. Whether the thing was so magical. Explain a small thing about that, Valesi.
Wow. You know, that thing, they move me so much. You know, like you said, I think it just comes spontaneously. Wow. And again, when you get a leader where it gets an understanding, it gets respect for the people the way they rule, it gets trust for the people the way they rule, they try for their peace, unity, and cohesion there. And that's what that make you get the waiting happened yesterday. And I want to give a very big kudos to Chairman Mustafa for the role, for the step where he take yesterday. You know, because I think from before, we get, because we can go to all the APC forums, them, we get the vibes, they waiting will happen already and this, that. But you know what? You know, they really, really surprised me yesterday. And, but we, even though we get them vibes then we say, okay, we'll prepare, we safe. You know, anything we get for happen, now we in control. Now we the host to now. So now we control the meeting. And I think that's what happened yesterday. But Chairman Mustafa, kudos to you. That step where you take yesterday for try for bringing the misunderstanding the way we don't go on at the background with regards to the ladies the way, like the welfare team, the finance, you know, where some nobody talk again. We've been getting a split in paying money into account or not paying. That thing moved me so much. It moved me so much. And I want to say plenty thank you to the ladies themselves. Salma and my own good friend, Esther Tucker. You know, I want to give plenty thank you to them for able to break the ice yesterday. And with a hope and continue for pray and ask Papa God say, let UK and I, let we go back to those old times. You know, I can always say me not a politician, but I don't dare with the APC, UK and I for a very long time. If I remember, there was a time where London they get a breakup. It was us from Reading again that tried for bring them together. And from all bring them together, we say, thank you to Papa God. So once we this ice break yesterday, I hope and pray say the elders them we surround we. I want to put this to the elders we surround we. Do ya with a begunam. Let this ice we don't break yesterday. Let we continue for uphold them. Let we try for come together Together we go stand. Divided we go fall. And what you know want for see, for make we opponents them, then use that day as a weapon for flag we. We need for stand tall for we people of Sierra Leone, because all this what they do, some of us come into APC because of the job where we ex-president Dr. Anes Baikoma, but they do, even though some of women don't know him as a family member, family friend, but as a ex-president, we hold our respect there, we hold our high esteem for him. We make some of we say, okay, this man, they do a very good job in the country. Let's come in. Let we say bring we own Lily effort or we able for do. Some of we not come out from any political background, but when you see somebody they do a good work, you have to join in. And I believe say that na the step where Chairman Mustafa they take. And I want for pray God say the next UK and I leader, it will continue with them step there. So for try for bring oneness, for try for bring cohesion, for try for unify we all. The problems then they come, but when they come, just like where ex-president Koma been say, all the blame are taken and are sorry. And that's what Chairman Mustafa also he do yesterday. You know, from yesterday, I just continue for whole high respect for him. Because not, you know, the way they break something when you say sorry, whether you're wrong or you're right. And that's what sometimes then they make we blabber, they carry on. Because even though we know say we're wrong, we don't want to say sorry. Or we know say we're not wrong. When you say sorry, it's done. You know, so I want to tell them all thank you. Mr. Munu or Fofi, I know I will call Una all whether I not call, please forgive me. But I think say Una than the main people the way for make this party so let we all let we push them and begin for challenge things the way they happen at Sierra Leone. Because if we not challenge them, believe me, we're not going anywhere. We get nowhere until we begin for challenge some of them things there. So we don't see when they were opponents there, so they may now we side. We know the things that we they see the things that we they do. So I think say it's about time for make we really continue with this unity. Let we begin set from here. So if at the end, I want to say plenty thank you to all the region chairman them, because again, if themselves not come together for support Chairman Mustafa and the rest of the team, better thing not go happen. And if at the end, I want to say thank you to me ladies them, Reading and Oxford, me ladies them, the men them, the whole Reading and Oxford team. My goodness, let's continue waiting we don't begin. That was a very great job we'll do yesterday. Nobody no grab for food. Nobody no get up for food at all. We ensure say everybody was seated, food they can meet now. Thank you so much for the hard work we put behind the scene, and let we continue. Thank you so much, Chairman Mustafa and the rest of the team. Thank you to the media and everybody else. We make sure say we get a successful meeting yesterday. Thank you so much.
You.
Back to you, Owen Kasu.
Yeah, look, yesterday, what you me see with my eyes, and, you know, I still not able to believe it, you know, because now a blessing, because Reading don't make a lot of effort in terms of broker peace between members them, that is, what is it, whether not individually or anything that has to do with the party or with the branch or whatever. Reading chairman and Una always they try for come in and try for make sure say things are done, you know, amicably without any problems. And it was a blessing that yesterday this whole thing happened now Reading. And you know, the kind of atmosphere we me see Mustafa hug Salma wrapping arms them over Mustafa's neck. So that moment they are not able to believe. I say, what? I say, no, well, this history don't take place now. So, and you can see the genuineness from them. They were both genuine that this is over. All that plaba women get it done today. You they see they're happy. And it's nothing but the kind of atmosphere I want to create for you. You know, I can just go like a glance of what Salma say. You know, let me just share a glance of what Salma say to comrades them on that day. You know, you give your own declaration for say yes, this will not go happen again.
I supported Mustafa community and I have someone that I would like today with that mother. Because he said that the chairman I am, I give Mustafa. So Mustafa is my brother, he will always be brother. But what I'm saying was that misunderstanding. But as of today, the misunderstanding, you know, my chairman will always be my chairman. And I will support you like I have you. Always support you. I just invite you. I just need to go over to the
Yes, once again, you see, APC in one word, indeed, APC in one word. No matter how much palaver we make, at some point, we come in-house, we settle with problems, then we'll come out, we sing the victory song, everything is over, case closed. We're not gonna no problems again. I think I'm atmosphere and they we can always see now, although recently we see people and they're gonna cut now for go fetch APC. The most unfortunate one day. But we hope see this kind peace will don't make so. The way I will make them in that camaraderie manner, we hope see this will continue to the big one and then we'll see things like this and then learn from this, then no CS. You know, APC UK and Ireland, we're ready, you know, for make we support the party for go win 2023. So make themselves follow suit with them kind stuff there as where they happen, you know. So we really do appreciate the fact that put up such a wonderful hospitality for we at the place in our Reading. And this is not over yet because we get for bring on this show. A lot of videos then get for come up, a lot of speeches then they will get for bring on at this platform, we'll get for showcase to the general membership, may they know for say yes. We are indeed very serious about winning 2023, and Reading and Oxford don't demonstrate that. The UK and Ireland don't demonstrate that. With chairman, they also don't demonstrate that. We other key figures that will get now to don't show that, they don't show the willingness. They all come. But all the plumber will be there. Everybody, whether or not different, some man drive come, some man take their own coach, some man take the other coach from different places. They all come, they come talking at the same place. Now one party and a one family. So we really appreciate that. So I know say you get for go. I just want to give you one more few words, you know. So we really appreciate and give one more few words for 5 minutes, and then from there we can call it a day, and then we can come to Boniface so they can talk to me. But before you start that, I want to come to we lady Bonita. Should Bonita make it tell we what did happen at the platform? Maybe the reaction from the platform will make you before give you something. Should Bonita, over to you quickly, please.
Well, literally what's happening, everybody is saying regarding the food, the cassava leaf, that's what Arun Pepe, MC, Usman Kunter, because the food has been there. But again, people are just saying regarding the volume when we were playing some of the clips. And then Arun says again, the chili sauce was still good. And MC came back, says, well, I fed my sweethearts with a chili sauce. So it seems that the food, as we all know, they said the best way to a man's stomach, but that one says everybody, because both men and women were all flying for the food. And again, here we have again says, this is from Derwin, says a rotation of general meetings is a fantastic innovations for the UK and I. So I think that's something that everybody's agreeing on. Dr. Amadou Denke came again, says the food service were superb. Well done, Reading region. So that's it again. We have here Marama Binti Kimara, say congratulations to the APC Reading. Madam Safi, you are committed and individual. We pray for you to continue in strength. So that's just what we have. We have Joba Gaines here. It's great to see our brothers and sisters getting together for mobilizing and efforts to encounter on corruption, corrupted and politics in our homeland. Alex here again says, thank you, Supermed. So everybody's just coming back saying thank you. The food, everybody that was there, trust me, we all had nothing bad to say. Drinks were there worse. I think somebody came, was looking for drink. They're like, oh, the drink is just standing. What should I do? I'm like, I'm sure you serve yourself. So choose and drink yourself. Whatever you can drink, drink yourself. So everything, as we all know, it was there abundantly. So that's what it is. But again, that's what we are having on the platform so far. People are waiting to
For instance,
see
like
ahead.
for me, I count 3 bowl pepper soup. 3 bowl pepper soup. Yes, and I boil yam with that for you know, yourself, sweet bonita, right now. The chicken they will not for talk. I did part cham small memory body. Oh man, ready the set record for me. Yes, the set record. But anyway, like we say no more. Sweet bonita, Madam Queen of Berkshire, which are your response to these final words?
Wow. Well, I can only continue for say thank you to my ladies them where we not do catering from outside. Oh, now we say well, as you see, you can't yesterday you meet I don't bowl the cassava leaf, the pepper soup we don't make, and the other ladies just have been dinner they also they cook. So, you know, I just want to say plenty to them, you know, for the efforts, the time, because it only takes somebody where you get the passion for do something, you know, where you will give you all for let it come out this kind of way. But one key thing where I want to mention here, and this now for the whole of whether diaspora or Sierra Leone or whosoever an APC person there, the thing what we can do where somebody do something, rather you know this person number, rather you call them and talk to them on a one-to-one. Would you prefer for calm na social media, for send an audio or for do something? You know, I want for because all them things so they create a lot of conflict and they bring they give weapon to we opponents them for use and for beat way up. If we get any misunderstanding, rather we can at the social media. I think say if you don't want to talk to the person directly, you can go through somebody else where you know say okay this person is able to talk to this, but I don't see any reason why we're not for able to talk to we say I see I hear you saying you talk so about me or you say something about this. Let we come and meet the person directly rather than we come at the social media. Let we begin for address we issues then we bring them. Let no they was we dirty in the public. You know, because you know they give a good image to the other people them. And also, you know, I hope say we big one them, we leaders then as Sierra Leone, this Boku cause, you know, it kind of can painful sometimes where you hear somebody they cost the other person. You know, we're not there for like each other, everybody. Not everybody. I get people that I not like, but not mean say I can't get on with them. If I not like you, know mean say I get for use mommy cause for let you know say you don't do something wrong. I think this is something we need for address. For make the individuals the way you use mommy cost per big one them, you know, make we go try for minimize them or stop them. Because I can try for put me foot now somebody else in shoe. If I'm a leader and this person they use words for me, how I go feel? Then me they do unto somebody else, how I go feel. So me go ask Naya, we leaders them for make them really try for address this issue. Make you no need for cause somebody for tell them the wrong or the right the way they do. You know, so if at the end, again, on behalf of me chairman Redding and all the members them, we want to say plenty thank you to Chairman Mustafa, plenty thank you to everybody. We all get busy schedule them, but we left busy schedule them for Canada's meeting and we come for make we get something good out of it. And I believe say indeed We had something good out of it. That's unity. That thing will happen yesterday. Every time I think about it, it moves me. You know, it's very, very moving. You know, at some point, I like when Salma hugged Chairman Mustafa, tears around my eyes. You know, those are tears, they were tears of joy. So we want to see this unity, let it flow. Let it flow, and we big one, then as Salon self, we then get self, then get their own ups and downs them, make them begin pick from winner, let them self, then try for come together. We're only going to get one president, only one.
Indeed.
You know, that mistake will be happened the last time when 28 of them, una do ya, una win a flag bearer, I believe say una de you. If una not de you, next say una hear this, let una come together and try for choose one person. Please, now that's now we own, now that's me they ask for on behalf of the Reading chapter, now that's what they ask for. Let we get this peace and unity now the APC party. Once again, I want to tell Papa God, thank you for what you do for we yesterday.
Indeed.
And let me continue for pray. Prayers is very important. Waiting they happen at Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone need prayers. In quiet moments, there 1 or 2 days a week, let we use fasting for let we try for break the curse where people let they go to. So many things and fire, killing, kidnapping. It just not rampant in our country. And this was not Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, they were not that wicked, but waiting we don't turn so wicked these days. Let we all God tight.
Yeah.
Let we try for call Papa God, let we intervene for we. Let then atrocious things that has already happened at the country, let it stop.
Indeed.
Once again, thank you all very much for Kana Reading yesterday. Thank you all very much for the support, and thank you to the Reading team for waiting we do yesterday. Let's continue for work together. Thank you.
Absolutely. That was the Queen of Berkshire. There was a lot I wanted to ask you today, but unfortunately you have to go. And we'll go schedule another time. We will come to the platform. We will talk to you more. We know, say you're not an activist. You're not supposed to be fight for the people them in Sierra Leone. You fight for human rights. You don't involve in many organizations. Them we go for do with human rights and things the way for support. You're not a person, you're not a philanthropist. You don't go to Sierra Leone. You don't go help plenty of the people them when this government also be massacre them. We young people in na prison, na Paremba Road, na McKinney, Lozar. One of the people that we stand in this country also very, very strongly against that. You come out in the open, you talk, and you're not afraid. We're doing time we certain people them be afraid. You're not afraid for come out and speak out. We went out there, we did a lot of demonstrations them against the government in barbaric acts, against the young people them. So we get a lot of that to talk about, but that time will come, and we want to appreciate you. We know, say, personally, very hardworking, and we see that yesterday from what you do on behalf of the APC Reading, and rightfully, by God in power, if you want the position again as chair, me want for you the chair several times they come out. So you go lead as a woman, let woman and be show example, woman and need for start for come forward and take leadership position. And you don't demonstrate that. We really appreciate you on behalf of the chairman of the branch, Mr. Mustafa Mikroma, and the secretariat, the whole executive, and all the one that will go grace that very important general meeting yesterday. Thank you very much. I will let you go now, yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Sweet Bonita, over to you. Just want to give you a quick rundown and then we come to Lawyer Boniface.
Well, again, we have here, Suleiman says, in fact, to be honest, Chairman Sanasi also was online, says, well done to the team, because apparently, as we said, everybody was there. And when you call the food, everybody's there. We have here, Pablo says, well, yesterday was a fabulous and an absolutely brilliant 4-hour Congress. I personally had a great time with my immediate families and APC Reading of Oxford. So it's like something that everybody enjoyed themselves. Aaron Papa is coming here, says, well, the McKinney Lives Matter. I think when you were asking about the works that Mami Sophie has done, that's the person behind the Black in the Park. So if people have had the word Black in the Park, that was the whole initiative of this beautiful, 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 our mother and sister here. So that's what Aaron Papa again. then everybody's just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, because the food, there is no expression apart from, I'm sure now everybody will be like, for me talking about it, my mouth is literally waterish because I'm remembering what I was and that's just what it is. Then here again we have Mariama Mabinti Mara. Anyway, I think that's the doors. So she's like, oh, thank you for the flyers and everything. The Queens continue. Then the Lord, it's just prayers and then appreciation of what happened yesterday, because everybody else were happy. And again, I want to say a personal thank you to everyone, because everybody's like, oh, sweet Bonita, definitely. We can see the name behind, the person behind the name. So again, it was a privilege meeting so many of my fans in the region. So again, thank you to everyone yesterday. It was a great, 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 great evening.
Yes. Thank you, sweet Bonita. Now look, we get we erudite lawyer. We na lawyer Boniface. And one of the topic that we will get for discuss today are the topic about the suspension of the Auditor General. We all know, see, the Auditor General, the audit service, now an institution of trust. Now an institution where they tell we waiting the government they do with the people of Sierra Leone their money. Whether they spend them the way how the people they want or not. So every year, the audit service, they release a statement for tell we how they use the money. For the past 3 years, the audit report we can come out, we know they see then the debate in parliament like how they do before. And we all don't see how people, they question this government, why don't they debate this thing in parliament. Most of the time when audit reports can come out, the kind plaba weekend day, the kind problems and suspicion weekend day, they make Salon people suspect say there's a huge corruption where they go on with Salon money. Well, the timing of the suspension of this woman recently, it sent a shockwave across the globe. BBC, CNN, most of them international platform them talk about how Sierra Leone government suspend top officials na Sierra Leone. The president suspend top officials na Sierra Leone. This na the audit service. And a woman we connected with international organizations then. We be say integrity, you need to go put them at the line because mother build them, take XYZ amount of money, use them inappropriately, and when the woman want to report them, they say they begin getting problems. Well, we don't smell the rats. People don't really talk about this so many times on social media about the dangers that we get for come at the country. The whole bank governor come to we tell we say money don't done a bank. We see the son of the first lady. They play with thousands of pounds, dollars, and euros in their hand. We see all of that on social media. We see the amount of time the way people, these governments, this president, they fly out of the country. They capture per diems. We see how certain money then they will then send for the corona or whatever it is that they send them for. The money they need to use them appropriately. So Sierra Leoneans be they wait for this audit report and see what happen 2020. Let we know which is the right thing. But another surprise or maybe another routine, another deja vu, I should call it, the suspension of the Auditor General. First of all, Lawyer Boniface, I just want to know, like, what's your first reaction when you see this, this report come out for say they don't suspend we Auditor General? What's your first reaction as a lawyer? Unmute yourself, sir. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, clearly.
Thanks very much once again, comrade. Let me say this, the reaction, first and foremost, not so the reaction of a lawyer, I mean the reaction of a Sierra Leonean.
Thank you.
And I need for say, I felt so shocked and surprised that they suspend the Auditor General and in deputy, one of in deputies, just at about a time when it finalized the presentation of the 2020 financial year budget in Parliament. I sit back and say, what thing don't cause this? Is this not another challenge to democracy? Is this not another challenge to good governance in this country? Where are we heading to? And later, on a BBC interview, or before the interview, I heard Umo Fofana saying the auditor for which I don't know, we get the rumor, say they want sack him. But me, they want suspend him. But me, one person not been believe say they will go take anybody go take that route. Because the Auditor General's office now been the only one of the only office them who will still remain independent in this country. Now, one of the office them who you go look at Sierra Leone and say, yes, there is still hope. Now, one of the country them, the office there where you feel say, yes, this country will move beyond this one day. So if I really say they want suspend the Auditor General, it will not be though I say they don't put under investigation. I became a bit worried. But until when it came to pass, then suspend them, I became more worried as a Sierra Leonean, and I worry for this country, say, well, perhaps that is the last standing, like what they say, the last man standing of any serious democratic institution in this country. When we look at the display of neck, nobody will want to talk about neck. Of course, the judiciary, it always done the limelight. People in trust, they always die down every other day. But the Auditor General office is a different case. That was one of the only hopes for we as Sierra Leoneans, especially for good governance and accountability. But we worry that they don't throw spanners to the work of this woman. In this manner, we're happy. So, comrade, I'm not worried, I not react as a lawyer, but I react as a Sierra Leonean, and what they live in this country, who knows, say, this office, now one of the office, the normal now, who left now this country, who will talk about credibility, who will talk about integrity. And these are very important words in any democratic dispensation. The leaders, then for lead with integrity, the leaders, then for get credibility. And Lara, wanna be Auditor General, now then character then they don't display in this country. And let me make this clear. They don't display this character not only in this current regime, but these are characters that we don't display from the previous regime of former President Comrade Ernest Bekoma up to this time. And so I feel say everybody in this country gladly for the work they do. And these are the people that will for encourage, for continue, for do this good job, so that this country will move on and we live a better life. So my reaction, comrade, was a reaction as a Sierra Leonean.
Okay.
Not as a lawyer.
Okay. So as a Sierra Leonean, you know, think that this is the last straw on the horse's back for an institution of this caliber, for this government, for suspend the heads, the leader of this institution and in deputy, Tamba Momo. You know, think that this for be the last straw on the back of the horse as Sierra Leonean?
Honestly, we don't witness so many unconstitutional conducts in this country since the 4th of April 2018 to now. If I witness the beating up of MPs and put them out in a parliament, one of the most sacred houses when they talk about democracy. I witnessed that. If I witness then at this country and the killing what happened in Panama old prisons, correctional centers, nobody can come out today and say this is wrong. And these are even extend them to religious leaders, or at least morals require say them go come out at least with a statement and not say this nine do the act, but at least let them say the act of killing the armless people in that place they wrong. They're not able to do and say today. I'm a fervent Catholic Christian. Shame to religious leaders. If I witness the killing of innocent people, young, promising youths, Namakeni, who come out and just say, this is our machine, it has been given to this street, when I not take them along. Or there are better means than in the hold them for solve them. I witness them, then kill them. Up till today, nobody can hold anybody accountable. Not even a very serious report from both government and human rights institutions for telling you exactly what happened. If I witness the killing of Lonsar, I witness the killing of Tomo, I will be left with nothing for say, this is just another setback. But you know what? I still believe, say, there is hope for this country. Because the things that we don't see in the past 3 years going to 4 years, we are all living testimony to them. But the question to we all as Sierra Leoneans, is this the way we want to go? And if this is not the way we want to go, let us, all of us as Sierra Leoneans, change the narrative come 2023. I'm not here to campaign for APC, but I'm here to say, if not even for APC, but for the love of this country, for how we progress, as we don't see we country in the fly. In 2010, 11, 12, then the name we as the fast growing economies, the name we as the peaceful, one of the most peaceful country in the world, second in the sub-region, second in Africa, first in sub-region. All of these things don't they die out. But it is left with us as Sierra Leonean, for now we come back and say, no, this history not define we. This history will not go on for writing our books. Lord, we change the narrative. So we all get responsibility for change this narrative. So I don't feel surprised with what happened with Lara, because I don't see similar things that would happen in this country where they live. But as I tell you, I still live with the hope, say, Sierra Leoneans, then they take note of what's in the happen. Then we'll come back together in one day and say, no, we are going to change this narrative. And that is the hope where they live with. Even though I'm despaired, but I still live with hope. Say, I'm despaired with what's not happening. While they live with hope, say, there is a better future for Sierra Leone.
Let's look at it from a legal perspective now.
Okay.
You see the suspension letter with regards to so?
Yes.
The person will write or from which office legally, whether they go about it the right way. We know say they always they try for circumvent the laws, then for try for get their way, for do within, whether not for bring out somebody in a position, for put on the power, or for get rid of somebody, you know, then they always try for do them in such a way then they follow protocols, when they follow it. But like we say, this was the woman, you know, this institution was a secured institution. May governments not interfere with the work within they do. But yet still, this leadership, Malabio, manage forget whether I'm Chief Justice or whoever, for come up with a letter for suspend this woman. Now, the woman in job, we don't know whether audit report get for come out, we don't know what thing get for happen. So look at it from a legal perspective and tell we waiting, we don't know.
Thank you, comrade. I'm happy that you also did throw the discussion, you direct the discussion towards the legal implications of what not happen all this while. Let me first and foremost start for say, and to listeners, they let them understand this clearly. The office of the Auditor General, now an office would then creates by the highest law in this country. That is the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991. And specifically, Section 119, Sub 1. It makes it clear that there shall be an office of the Auditor General, and this office, the Auditor General will be appointed by the President after consultation with the Public Service Commission, and this person will be approved by Parliament. Note that the Auditor General office is not created by an act of Parliament. It is created by the highest legal authority in this country. That is the Constitution. And so therefore, in its own subsection 997, give exclusive jurisdiction authority to RAM in the exercise of in functions. What them functions there, then they under the same subsection 11292. Now then tell we say the Auditor General get the right for audit all public offices, including the courts, the universities, parliament, and any institution, public institution, where they take money, or parliament they give. Money where they come out from a consolidated fund, money where they come out from the funds of this country. The Auditor General get right for audit. And in the audit, it presents this audit to Parliament after every year, preceding financial year. So meaning in doing this job, is not even under the control, gets this word, in the exercise of its function. In the case of Lara, our functions.
Mm-hmm.
Are not there under the control of anybody, including the president.
Mm-hmm.
As long as what they do in functions of auditing all the offices that we need for audits in this country, and make the presentation to Parliament. Parliament will look at in presentation. If any queries then will call debates and call that institution, that office they will need for answer queries.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, now let us come to the removal. Now we don't know how Lara occupied the office, because this discussion is specifically for Lara.
Mm-hmm.
I occupy the office, what in functions, and how it gets exclusive jurisdiction in the performance of in duty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nobody, not for controller, nobody, not for interfere.
Sure.
However, the issue now in this country, to me, it seems as if she has been removed from office. Why are they say so? We don't see so many people who they suspend at the office them. They don't come back.
Indeed.
As they suspend you, just pack what you get for pack and go and wait eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Or before the appointed time. But in removing the Auditor General, Section 137 of the Sierra Leone Constitution say, you they remove the Auditor General just like when they remove any judge of the Superior Judicial at all. That is any judge na the High Courts, say to the Supreme Court. How you they remove that judge there? Now so you for remove the Auditor General. The procedure for remove a judge. The procedure for remove a judge is as follows. What they na Section 137 subsection 3, 2 or 3, He say, before you dey remove a judge, then they inquire into the conduct of this judge. What they don't inquire into the conduct of this judge, you then now send to the Judicial Legal Service Commission. Say, there is a need for we look into the conduct of this judge. The Judicial Service Commission, they now take this you advise to presidents. Say, there is a need for we remove or investigate or look into the conduct of this judge. President will now come back to the same Legal Judicial Service Commission and say, form a committee, that is an inquiry tribunal, for make them look into the conduct. Now, this Judicial Legal Service Commission is headed by the Chief Justice. What the Chief Justice go now say, okay, then say this person in get issue, we want to look into the advice president. Then now they will appoint a Judicial Service Committee, then will appoint a tribunal. That is an inquiry for make them look at them. Boniface in conduct, we want inquire into her. Lara in conduct, we want inquire into her. Now this committee, they sit, then look into the conduct of Lara. What they don't look into the conduct of Lara, whether there is professional misconduct, whether there is insubordination, then will now advise the president. Say, the findings of the committee don't find Lara for professional misconduct, for insubordination, for corruption. Now, the president will now suspend Lara in consultation with the Chief Justice, who now the head of this Judicial Legal Service Commission. Now, so did they pull this person. But what is happening in the case of Lara, now the opposite, which I will not hesitate to say, it is wrong. Procedurally, it is wrong. And it is unconstitutional.
Mhm.
Because Lara has not been subjected to any inquiries.
Mhm.
And the inquiries now if I can force
Mhm.
before the suspension.
Mhm.
In law, if you suspend somebody before you inquire, so why you suspend them, we call them post ex facto. That is, you don't even act before what you for act for. Facts before the conduct.
Mhm.
So it is wrong for let you pull Lara, who you know investigator. So how it will happen? Let people understand better how it will happen.
Mm.
When the Chief Justice sitting as the head of the Judicial Legal Service Commission
Mm.
don't get an advice as to the conduct of Lara, he did now approach the president. He said, Mr. President, there is need for we investigate Lara.
Mhm.
If now the president now sees of an information we want to investigate Lara, he will now call the Chief Justice, say there is need for we investigate Lara.
Mhm.
The role of the Chief Justice is to now ensure the investigation as to the alleged conduct.
Mhm.
What happened in this case, Lara not received any letter proposing that there is an allegation against you
Mhm.
that ought to be investigated. As I speak, that letter not in the public domain, and we know not to so happy.
Mhm.
But only received a letter saying you have been suspended for alleged offense of what? Insubordination or professional misconduct.
Following an investigation, not so?
And
They say that will follow with an investigation, a committee.
investigation. Now, if I follow the investigation, so
Well,
you don't see,
well, probably the other way around.
you don't see how it will be the other way around.
Yeah.
Now the investigation for don't inform you that there is need for suspend you.
Yes.
Not on the letter for inform you that there is a need for an investigation.
Okay.
Who you don't take the decision for already.
So,
But interestingly, we saw a letter addressed to the Chief Justice by the Deputy Minister of Justice. Let us look at that letter. I can say here authoritatively, the letter is of no moment.
okay, the letter come out, let's have it clearly. The letter comes out from that.
The letter comes out from the Deputy Minister of Justice.
Deputy Minister of Justice.
Yes.
Okay.
Address to the Chief Justice for look into Lara in conduct. And they now say the letter came too late in the day because Lara, they don't already suspend them before the letter came. It is wrong. Procedurally, it is wrong. That letter for precede Lara in suspension. Now that letter, they informed the Chief Justice for make it see the reason or the need for set an investigation and advise the president. Now, whether investigation they done, then they come back to the Chief Justice and say, "Pa, the work we give you, these are the results, these are the findings." Chief Justice, they take these findings and say, "Pa, that committee, that inquiry, what you said, now the finding this." So if the finding say, then find Lara one thing, that is when you suspend Lara.
So it seemed to be, according to your explanation here, say, you know, they not being probably know what thing they do, or they may just feel say, yes, we can get away with this. Nobody no go pick this procedural error out, and then swiftly try to write the letter, send them. We already done late. Is that the suspicion?
Let me say this I stand on this in two forms or in two limbs. The first limb is I will say yes, then just feel say them go do and get away with that. As normal the pauper way.
Yeah.
We can do it in the pauper way. I don't think that this country, I don't see how things then they happen in the pauper way. It is actually a word where they actually go very bad into the history books of this country.
Trust me.
Because it is not a word or synonymous to doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
It is wrong.
Yes.
So in the one limb, I will stand say, they don't use Turam. If they can impose a speaker on we, wouldn't allow they not go pull. Nobody not go ask a question. Yeah? That is the one limb. The second limb, I will say, they not advise themselves accordingly.
Absolutely.
And I not feel say, then do the necessary research before they jump into that action. Then say a lawyer is as good as his case. But you also get for make your case for good, even if your case bad. Do the necessary research.
Okay.
So therefore, these laws are written. They are there. If you want to take an action, go and consult the laws.
Okay.
Let me go to section 137. What is say for the removal of Lara? And section 199, what creates Lara in office, subsection 7, it says if you want to remove Lara, if you remove her like a judge, and they remove a judge, it costs you so much for me. You go to the Constitution and open section 137 and look how you remove a judge.
You're not paying attention.
You're not paying attention.
No.
So in that question, I will say one, they not do their work as lawyers with no hesitation. That's my position as a lawyer, and I hold that position there in commentary.
Yeah.
I hold that in commentary. Say yes.
Yes.
The procedure they follow is wrong. Then I hold the other position as a Sierra Leonean who don't see the conduct of the pauper dictates, say they can do away with them and nobody asks a question.
Yeah.
And that is why they tried it.
Okay.
But the good thing is, and that is why I come back to what I first tell you, the hope. I have quietly followed the reactions
Thank
of
you.
Sierra Leoneans,
Thank you.
the reactions of credible institutions,
Thank
the
you.
reactions of local NGOs and and international NGOs. I don't see the reactions of the CBUs. I don't see the reactions of lawyers. I feel hope and confidence. Say Sierra Leoneans no go ready for do the pauper way at all costs and at all times.
Well, this reaction, now we look at now, these reactions. Now, let's look at the reaction from within we don't discuss so far na the platform. Sweet Bonita, you're there. You don't listen to within Lawyer Boniface don't say, within the your own reaction to within and within the platform they say.
Well, I think let me give what the platform is saying, because you know where I stand with regards to this. First of all, it's an abuse of human rights. And this is the same administration saying, oh, we want to promote women. And this is a person in a very respected position as a woman, not just within this administrations, more than other administrations. She has done her work diligently. Why all of a sudden? As Boniface have said, the people are so much full of themselves, thinks they are above the law, nothing else will happen. And I'm sure this is going through because the people of Sierra Leone want peace. Because if it wasn't, the same way they are chucking people out, killing people, there is no word. This is when you kill a dog, or if you kill a dog so that a dog knows that there is a death. You do evil, they do it back to you. I'm sure you will run. We know these people are cowards. So trust me, there is no point. It's just peace people are trying to preach and wanted to stay within the country. This is why we are going through all of this. But I'm sure it's getting to a point which we have to roll our sleeves and say, you know what? We have to take the bull by its horns. That's just what it is. Trust me, because we can't do that. Here we have from Chairman Senesi, he says, well, this is a helpless move from the State House. The decision is reckless, and then they are undermining the fragile of our democracy, which we all know. And here again, Arun Pape came says, oh, the gross human rights violations for the highest degree, and they will have to pay for it someday, which is something that again. Then, oh, I would like to welcome William. That's from the Red State Movement. He's here with us. And he's saying hello to our lawyer, Boniface. Bravo to you. And then here he's saying, well, Arun came back, says, spot on. Good talks, my legal mate. And then that's for Boniface. And then we have here from Astor Camara says, good job, comrade Boniface. You are literally restoring what we all think it should be. And here again, we have Kabakunte said, Sierra Leone people get patient. God Almighty Allah go decide for the people of Sierra Leone, inshallah. We have here Tembenano again. That's our Mr. Chairman says, oh, I will agree with, it says, would you agree that the BO government is bent on giving blind eyes to the form of criticism interacted, and whatever press statement is being released by the opposition party will include that this is an international organization. So it looks like being in opposition, you don't have the truth. You should cover your eyes. You don't say nothing. But again, here we have also from Arun again coming back, Andrew as well. Prezo says, well, the lawyer knows what he's talking about. I'm sure most of the things that Boniface is talking about, it's just reiterating it. Because we've seen renounced, like, let's say, for example, their previous AG, which was the Attorney General Minister of Justice, which was Mr. Magai, came around and says, this is illegal. You can bend your head on shame and withdraw whatever you've done because you haven't followed the right procedures. And again, as we've said, these people don't have common sense. If you don't know nothing, it doesn't mean by you having a degree or you having a PhD makes you to know everything you don't know. The common sense is what these administrations lack. They can read, but they don't understand what they're reading. Because we've seen that they've imposed a Speaker of House, which they've accepted. They've kicked Member of Parliament like forcefully dragging people out with weapons, having police soldiers in the parliament, which is illegal. But again, nothing happens. They've killed people as if they are nothing. They don't care. They absolutely don't care. And one thing is conscience that I've noticed they don't have. This administration don't have conscience. They don't have not a single one. Because we've all seen the humiliation that they've put this lady through. It's wrong. And this is not just about Laura. This is about Sierra Leone. Because whenever they call in the name Laura, it comes with the word Sierra Leone. Is that how much we want to push our country down to the mud? As Boniface was mentioning, oh, well, within the ranking of Africa, we're the first. And then we are going like literally stepping backwards. And they'll come around and says, oh, we've done what have you really done apart from the worst you are doing? And every day they're doing the worst, from one thing to the next. We saw their stepdaughter and their stepson flashing money when we were talking about you, stealing money, giving us false receipt. Person says, I'm not going to budge to you. And the next thing you will do is says, I'll kick you out just the way I feel like it. This is totally unacceptable. We should stand with Laura. And I'm happy like we have so many women saying, so they stand with women in politics and they stand with Laura. And I'm sure the whole of Sierra Leone will stand with her because we know it's wrong. And if you see something wrong, I'm sure there's nothing bad of you standing for what you know it's wrong, even if you are alone. And at this stage, we have seen Laura, she's by herself. And then her deputy was, so it's like there are people that says, I have my integrity. I'm not gonna allow you to mess that up because you want me to say something that you know is illegal. It's point blank. These administrations, they have messed up. They have messed a big time. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. We had all these like the what's it called? We have Umar Fofana being given report and then asking question. Oh, do you think what you have wrong it's good? And then you had mother come in saying, oh, don't you know what they're doing to my reputation? Like they're talking about a woman that you have literally humiliated and you bring in yourself. And so if you're in public office, you should be accepting to take humiliation. And you come and remind us your wife is doing this, oh, and they're humiliating her. Like, is it a tick for tat? I think the people of Sierra Leone should just come together and do the right thing comes 2023, because we can't hold on for too long. That's the honest truth. We've seen all the worst that they are doing. Forging receipt. And this is the whole point of this issue coming up. Because somebody says the receipt is wrong. Just questioning a person. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Somebody sent me a message. I had a discussion with this lady whom I was trying to get on the platform to come and discuss about, the suspension of Lara, to look at it from different perspective, from the, gender perspective. And here is what she said to me. I said, really? He said, I don't want us to reduce this to a gender angle. And I say reduction because the use of the National Treasury as a personal purse is much bigger than the sacking of an Auditor General who happens to be female. She was not sacked for her gender. She was sacked for trying to do a job. For her inquiries outside Sierra Leone to verify false information presented to her as fact. For our refusal to back thieves against our country. The moment we talk about gender, we dilute the issue to some scapegoating instead of what it is. The president and his wife are thieves, and they don't want us to have the hard evidence of what we already know through the efforts, the official report of the Auditor General's office. This is one of the people I contacted to join us in this platform. And this is what she had to say from the gender perspective. Let me not reduce this thing to gender at all, because this is above gender. I see the videos of women saying, women of Sierra Leone, we stand against this, we support Lara, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you can do that. But this is more way beyond that. If he was a man, they would have done the same thing because it's about thieving, you know. So yes, now let's move to another area, Mr. Boniface. Council, I just want come to a hypothetical level now with you. What do you think this report will, do you think this report will come out at all as expected, or how is it going to come out? Is it going to come out in an original, how Lara prepare them, or they go down doctor them before they dish them out for you?
I wish they not go church am. But let me say this. Now, Lara has been suspended. In deputy, they don't suspend her. But I'm sure if now they don't set the commission for look at the inquiry for look at what happened, well, in fact, I also will say bold there, that's one of the three people who they appoint, even when we talk about credibility, because all the office of the Auditor General talks about is credibility. One of the people in that committee gets a huge issue of credibility.
Wow.
Who in fact, investigation are pending on him. This country is sick.
Seriously?
This country is seriously sick.
Wow.
You look at somebody who, in fact, GLC, they look at, they investigate on issues who border around integrity and credibility. You take that person there for go sit down for look at issues of insubordinations and unprofessional conduct. When you yourself, you self then they question you about your conduct.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what they say now, it speaks to the fact, say, in fact, I don't get courage anymore for whatsoever that committee they go pull.
Mm-hmm.
Because the committee itself, as it stands, it not comprise holistically of people. Of course, there are people, two of them, they hold the integrity is intact. But there is one who it not need for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I now worry as to what will be the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
However, I get faith in the person who they appoint as chairperson of that commission day, that inquiry day, that tribunal, right? But what if even them present reports say we not see reason for a suspension and if I go back in our office? Then the parts that be no healed to that advice. Bring somebody else, appoint somebody else for take Lara in position. What will you do? And if that person come, he not get the minimum Lara gets, he can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I am here saying that report with the left arm. It's difficult for me even they say everything with the left to God. But that report as it is, now God no more now go determine in common one as Lara do am.
Wow.
Now God no more go determine in common one as Lara do. Because come to think about it. We may want to know why in the first place, Lara, all of a sudden, just towards the eve of the reports for table and our parliament, she has been suspended.
Mm.
Every reasonable thinking Sierra Leonean will say something is boiling.
Definitely. Definitely.
And the truth is, these governments, the past two audit reports they all don't come out, they are so damning.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is the issue.
If you want that, they will say no. Will not stand answer Kimbo and allow this for my publisher because he will kill we and kill we towards the eve of the election.
Definitely.
So I'm not too sure what thing will be the outcome of that report as it is, whether it will come back as like I don't prepare.
Okay.
But what I want to zoom into again quickly, or follow into the person who sent the text, say, Lord, we not to bring gender into this. But while I go back for DeFi bits, we just don't see this government, they make heavy weather about bringing a gender bill. Na parliament will say 30% of all appointment position if for be women. And you know what? Since 2018, when we lost Ajakala as the Commissioner General of NRA, we lost Mrs. Jatu Jalo as the EPA Chairperson, Environmental Protection Agency. We lost the Chief Justice, Musuf, then, who retired. The only woman now was Sidom, now one of the credible and big offices then at this country, is Lam.
Hey.
And you know government, what they make everywhere that forget a bill passed in parliament, so they talk about women participation in government. 30% quota for be an act of parliament. Just in the eve of when they fought for Basham, the only woman now who left, now one of the most credible institutions, you don't send them on suspension, on constitutionally wrong, which is unconstitutional. So now, let us put this together and try to harmonize the issue of gender, where they propagate, and you act against women. It is a political party who will not get the record of women for take charge. Take across the councils then at the country. It is only APC that gets a mayor on a Freetown. It is only APC that gets a mayor on a McKinney. It is only APC that gets a chairperson at Onkolili as a woman. What are we saying? You say you want to bring balance, equity,
Well,
or empower women or participate in governance.
I believe say if they get the way, even the mayor, not just the Freetown, now because now an elected position, therefore we don't kick and come.
I'm telling you.
Long time.
Of course they attempted it.
And exactly. That's what I just wanted to say. Because it's something that they really wanted to take her out. And she's strong. She's fighting. And I'm happy, like, for example, we brought the mayor in. She was supposed to be in Tokyo, right? She turned it down going in person. She said, I'll do it by Zoom. Let the president do that for one of the things. Going to the climate change, the COP26. It's like, I want my voice to be heard. What? Tell us about cleaning gutters when they're telling you about climate change or sitting on a bicycle? Is that what you went there to disgrace us on? Like, seriously? What really matters? It's just to get the paddy M's. That's all this man is traveling for. To get those money. That's all. Nothing else. He's not, because all his travel, we can all say, there is nothing that he has bring back to the country to say, this is what I have achieved. I have traveled 225 times. What have you achieved? They went to PAL 2020 in Dubai. What did they come with?
Nothing.
Comrade Bonita, this is why I am saying the people of this country need to change the narratives. The people of this country should stand tall and say, no, we are tired of this. This is not the way to go. And we can only do that as a civilized nation through the ballots.
Through the ballots.
We can only do that as a civilized nation through the ballots.
Yeah, but Boniface, even that one is also questionable, because the ballots, we can have a figure, by the time it gets to them, they've already tampered with it.
And this should be our responsibility as a political party to ensure that it doesn't happen.
Well,
because we also owe it to our supporters. We owe it to the people of this country to ensure that, yes, COM 2023 is conducted free and fairly.
waiting at the party.
We should not wait to say, oh, we believe this is what they want to do and this is what they have planned to do. We as a party, as a political party, one of the largest and oldest in sub-Sahara Africa, we should stand tall and say no to this.
Waiting at the
And-
party in position now in this whole thing with the unfold. So,
I think the party don't make in position, very clear.
Mhm.
The party don't express distrust.
Yeah.
The party don't ever believe the leadership of NEC for conduct to election anymore.
Mhm.
We all don't see the display. What happened in Kabbalah.
Mhm.
We all saw it raw, naked,
Mhm.
to the extent that one of the NEC officers
Mhm.
confess and accepts, say, yes, I changed the figures.
Hmm.
And as I speak to you, nobody has taken a decision to discipline him. What a government we have.
Instead, the guy don't disappear. Sir.
Could not that be an opportunity to show to the world that we as a Sierra Leone, or a government of this country, we mean business? How we mean business? Somebody don't tamper with somebody involved. You know what you mean? You know what it means for change the decision of people? This is what Bonita is saying. People go vote in 2023, then they will change their decision for keep playing another 5 years of bondage. No, it will not happen. No, it will not happen. So I will tell you, the party in a press statement, they don't make it clear in a press conference, say no. We don't want to talk about NEC anymore. We are not going to this election with NEC. We are not going to this election with the leadership of NEC. So let them own up. The box stop at NEC now, let them own up. For say, we they run this institution not for a political party. We they run this institution not for how do I say, for payback to the appointment to the NGO. We they run this institution for the betterment of this country. And if this country want for better, we for allow with democracy for continue for strong. We don't enjoy successive change of government from 1996 to 2018. At least, even though 2018 election is still questionable, but at least let it not be blatant at we see. We see what happened in our constituency 110. We hold election here twice, 3 times.
Can you imagine?
We see a sitting minister. They destroy ballot boxes in this country. Nobody has said a word. Not even a press statement to say we condemn that act.
And the official we're responsible for change the figures in our ward 155. Up to now, it's at large. He's at large.
What in
I don't want you to tell me it's at large, because we saw Don Pope that they were looking for. Was it underneath their house? So they had the man. The man is not at large. Let them don't tell us that.
Yeah. You're right.
They have the man with them.
Yeah.
They were looking for Don Pope, right? Until we found Buddy. And now they say, oh, police were looking for him. You kept him. So who are the police?
Exactly.
And you can suspend Lara, and you cannot even suspend that man blatantly. What the whole world see say, now this you do, you cannot suspend him from office. This is something else. This country is dead.
It's a joke. The
So-
administration is a joke.
It's a complete joke.
So, Sweet
Honestly.
Monica, what's not the platform? What's in the audience and they say?
Well, mostly it's just people praying for Sierra Leone and saying, well, they are grateful that Boniface came and is calling things by their names, because at the end of the day, the administration that we have at the moment are of no use to our country, because all evidence are there. And again, as we've seen, Laura has refused to dance to their tune. This is why she's where she is today. Because again, I would like publicly to say thank you to the African Express, because we have all the receipt that these people wanted her to forge. Everything is there. You collected money bringing us fake receipt. What for?
Can you imagine?
So it's wrong. And the next thing they do, they send their son on social media so that we can be distracted over Lara's issues. Like, what is this?
Because
It's
we just they try for, you know, quench or for come to terms with the EU report in Ghana, Sierra Leone. The EU reports. We question them, credible institutions as who they expecting them for lead with country. The EU can confirm exactly what in the APC party be the try for show. For say we not trust them the institution that anymore. The leadership, they don't change them, they don't do all what they want to do for position themselves for let them for continue for govern Sierra Leone after 2023. The EU don't come, they don't come, we just begin to try for digest them. Then here you go, boom, this other one don't happen. You know, now one after the other, nothing good coming from Sierra Leone. I don't know how una as lawyers, as citizens, una they able for handle this kind of thing, or una the front with them.
My brother, it's a sad state of affairs.
Very,
to say
very
the least. In summary,
yes,
it is a sad state of affairs for we country, especially we would live here now. And for the past, from 2012, I returned from the UK after studies in 2013, Ghana Law School. I don't dinner this country throughout. I only go back to UK on holidays in 2019. And since then, I don't dare back throughout. I can tell you, my brother, this is a sad state of affair.
Wow.
This not the way where we country for go. But this decision, following the pronouncement of the election in 2018, now we Sierra Leoneans then take this decision. And they continue for emphasize. Say we Sierra Leoneans them, for the love of this country, we need for change the status quo. And the only way for change the status quo, let's demonstrate our dissatisfaction of this rule through the box in 2023. And if the local election were to be held in 2022, now we start for tell this government say, we as Sierra Leoneans, we deserve better. We as Sierra Leoneans, we deserve better. And in 2023, let us show them the exit door.
So waiting people in the say, Sierra Leoneans are concerned that if this government don't begin to demonstrate unfair elections, they bust up ballot boxes, they burn ballot materials, they change figures, waiting will make 2022 local council elections, they not do the same thing in 2023. These are the concerns of Sierra Leoneans. In as much as they want to go vote this government out, but they are also very worried that this might be like a deja vu, like the same thing carrying on.
The truth is, we don't see all these things that don't happen. But that is where we as a political party need for do the needful.
Like what?
I know the nice me works in this, the leadership of the party need for ensure say our votes when one casts, then for count them as then cast them. Yes, a political party should be able to do that. And then at this country in 2018 election, all the things what the opposition parties they ask for, how for cons, openly, RRF form, how for determine them, how for sign them, we ensure that it happens. And then votes and cons this election, in fact, to the dictates of the opposition. We for ensure, say we as opposition, we tell NEC and whosoever the finance NEC, say this is the way to go. For the growth of this country, this is the way to go. For the development of democracy in this country, this is the way to go. And I emphasize, my brother, comrade, Owan Kasu, Sweet Bonita, no other person no day will they take this responsibility than the leadership of the party. And I say this in open air.
Absolutely.
The leadership of the party for Duam. And so far, I'm impressed with the moves so that they take say yes. Will they begin discredit like now, not even before 2022, now, before begin discredit next because the history glaring.
Glaring.
The story is
Yeah.
for we tell next say, you know what enough for conduct to elections.
Yeah, and I'm also happy. I'm also happy that you've said also the opposition party, and I think this is where also we should come and commend our able women, which was Femi Claudius Cole, and also Dr. The last time they were with us, they're like, we need to work in unison because, to be honest, if we don't work together, these people are just gonna mess the country for all of us. And one thing people should know is it's not just for one political party because this is destroying Sierra Leone. So we need to put Sierra Leone first. It doesn't matter what political party you are in, one political party will not win it. So all of us should come in unison to work together. That's the only way. So again, as you've said, Boniface, since you are part of the people that read and translate the law to us, please, let's work with all other political parties, oppositions, for us to do this. Because again, as you said, the previous administration worked with the opposition. So I'm sure now that the table has turned, it should return back to what it was. So that's simple, really.
Yeah. Laura Boniface, I'll draw your attention to some people we see in the social media that this woman, what do they call, Basita Michael, sent a letter of resignation. Can you confirm that for us?
Yes. A senior colleague, Basita Michael, a former president of the Bar Association and a practicing barrister and solicitor of this country, now the member, now the legal service commission as I've been the talk. They don't feel dissatisfied with the way things then go. And so therefore, they don't decide or resign in position as a member of that commission. And in letter very clear, he said they resigned from the Judicial and Legal Service Commission because of the manner in which the commission don't deal with Lara in the case. And to be very honest, to me, that is the only way to save your credibility. Where you don't build for yourself. You go serve in the Judicial Legal Service Commission as a Sierra Leonean. But it also gets in your name for protect.
Indeed.
Let not go tomorrow now the history of this country. And it will be written in the glittering pages at all. It will be written in the dark pages of history. Say, one non-judicial process was conducted in Sidon. Now this happened instead of this. And that is the only way to save your credibility is to dissociate yourself from that and say, no, I think I have some values I want to protect. I am not sure what in you go so you go align with my values. And nobody no go only for tax to that. You get right for resign. After all, you are just doing a service to the nation. But you know what? For service to the nation. So in serving, serve with credibility, serve justly, and keep your name and say, yes, this all good for this country. Now we been doing. But let your name not come for say, now, they do this all not good for this country. Some people that has been a big fun. It's difficult for you actually wake off. Somebody go say, I will wake this history for me. Now maybe change ballot paper, I change the number. It will live with your generation yet unborn.
Long-standing prop.
How many people actually will sit down at this country and say, yes, I will go against the status quo, but I'll resign. How many of them? So this is a nice practice, and it's a bright example for
From a
when you know
lady.
correct thing they happen, and it happen. Yes, I had that from a lady. Yes, from a lady.
She has a conscience, trust me.
Many people in this country, they applaud her for that.
Yeah.
And but to be very honest, that is a character. You know, they get them for do the wrong. No. And many governments not feel say that this country, you go get Basita on his side where they do the wrong thing.
No.
Even if it's APC, he go do the same thing to them.
Definitely.
Even if it's APC, he go do the same thing to them. That's
Fantastic.
one I can tell you for free.
Fantastic.
I know I will do so.
No, but that means she is a person of integrity. And
Yes.
you know, mostly Boniface, when I do blogs, I say to people, if you know things are going wrong, you have said your own, people are not listening, you walk out. And I'm sure she must have spoken to one or two people, says, oh, what we're doing or what is happening, it's wrong. Let's stop it. And they refuse. So she's like, you know what, I'll leave you to deal with that mess. I'm not going to associate myself with that because I think I'm better than that.
Definitely.
How many people would we have in Africa to do that? And this is something that I've always advocated about, even including the current administration. Mother, I told him, I said, listen, you are incompetent of your position. You'll be the first president in Africa to walk out because you know you cannot do what you were asked to do. Everybody will applaud you for that. But not killing people like seriously?
No.
It's wrong. It's
You know
wrong.
what? All right, let's see what's happening in the platform.
The truth is, before we round up, the truth is, Sweet Bonita just don't use the word. It's about integrity.
Yeah.
And the office of Lara, Auditor General, requires somebody with integrity.
Absolutely.
Somebody who you not go mix up easily. Somebody who know the bend. Somebody who stand. Somebody who believe in values so you're ready for protect them. And that is Basita. So tell me, if this demonstration no Basita don't do so in this country, tomorrow it come for position will require integrity. One, because we will not support her.
Definitely, I will.
And this boils down to the same thing with the party now. I don't want to come and campaign here. But we are saying at this point, because we want to take on SLPP, now we put forth this issue of this Namion person, this Namion person. Bring people with the credibility, bring people who get the required character, bring people who get the required public show for men and take on these guys.
About Boniface, you don't drop an inch now it drops so.
I'm just saying, I don't want to come and campaign here.
No, you don't make it clear. You don't make it clear. You don't come for campaign. But you drop an inch. We kind of
take on SLPP.
Oh yes,
right?
Oh, yes,
we need to take on SLPP. But in taking them on,
what
do we get for tell them? What do we get for tell them? We get for tell them about integrity. We get for tell them about the good governance.
Of course.
And upkeep.
Of course.
But to be honest, why will you want to bring somebody who not go stand tall and talk about this aspect?
Wow.
So some of us,
You know what? You know what?
Oh, and Cassie, was it not Basita that was talking on this, Binti Money Free? She was literally aligning issues
Exactly.
in that meeting, like, this is it, this is it, this is it. She
That
was
is-
calling things by their name.
That is
When I
Basita.
saw it, I swear down, I was like getting goosebumps, like, whoa. You are that both sitting there telling them in their face.
You know what I mean? You know. Anyway, sweet Bonita, what you go for do for me? I go play Basita Michael in video after you don't give me a rundown of the YouTube. This is gonna be the final part of
Yeah,
it.
I think I'll just read two of the last comment. This was again from its Chairman Sonis. It says, Lawyer Boniface, you are spot on.
Yeah.
Here, the APC ensures the people of Sierra Leone to get what they deserve. A more proactive approach from the opposition parties in respective of each free had a free and fair elections. And also here we have again from President saying APC party must protect the people's vote come 2023. So
Absolutely.
this is just what really we are all talking about. They need to protect the people's vote. It's important.
Well, I want to give the opportunity to Boniface for just give it a wrap up. You know, man, way like I've been saying when we start this program, you know, man, way I don't hear a lot about, and trust me, I don't know which in the camera you had, you know, guy will get some kind of cool heart to go around the country to go rescue certain people on legal terms without asking them for pay and everything for the love of the country, and people that will not get money for pay for the illegal stuff they wouldn't take advantage over. You don't do that one day. You know, just give it like a quick wrap up of the whole thing about Sierra Leone and how we move forward as a country, and then we take up from there. We'll finish off.
Okay, thanks, comrade. After the 4th of April 2018, we then usher in a new government. One thing will be very glaring at this country is the opposition, that is we APC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, subjectory to so many issues.
Mm-hmm.
Our comrades were locked up without questions. They are arrested arbitrarily. Some were taken to court, some were jailed, some were sent to commission of inquiry. All of this really happened at the party.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, even the leadership of the party, they find it difficult to appreciate what in the country they look like. They find it difficult to appreciate and stand what in they subject them to, what in they push them to. And but there was an aspect who will be very crucial at that time. That is the freedom of we own comrades them. I can't say, oh, people then they lock them up, the party leadership so busy in the issues, so many issues then come. But in the corner, I hold the practicing certificates a license. I feel say I can defend my comrades. So some of them were locked up, like in the instance for Kono. Kono, they locked them up. Why? The only constituency will win at Kono, while the victors then they jubilate, they went mad, beat them up, loot them property, wound them, and at the end of the day, now them back then go lock in a prison. 18 of them were arrested.
My goodness.
They locked them in prison from April to September.
Oh my God.
Nobody can say a word. And when I get the information, I say, no, this is enough. I'm going to Kono. And honestly, comrade, this was a time where even the one that will come up Kono, they in APC, they not been get the guts for going to Kono.
Oh my God.
Kono was so tense.
Oh my God.
But I say, no, I get for go Kono. I go Kono, get me comrade from the prison, appear in a court from there, go there 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times until and grant them bail.
My goodness.
They send the matter in a high court. I went there 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and make a presentation. We argue. They rule in my favor.
Wonderful.
Release this 18 comrade all of a sudden. They were rearrested the same day in the same court. Inside they release them.
Really?
They rearrest them inside court. In fact, court, you know, for arrest somebody there.
Hey.
So, 13 of them were rearrested. The 5 make their way. We fetch day back until I ensure say they get their freedom.
My goodness.
The same thing happened na bond. but the entire executive of constituency 93 was captured.
Oh my God.
Why? Because they are APC and there is this plantation team where APC be left. They want to change the leadership of the plantation project, the oil plantation project, but they don't know how to do it. You all them put them in a cell. Nobody know they for goodie. I went to Bont again, severally. In the midst of all threats, don't go to Bont. It's the sitting president in place. You know, I said, no, I'm a Sierra I'm a lawyer. I for do this.
Oh, yes.
I went there. Of course, Tonkolili not for talk. Tonkolili after 2018, they have over 13 cases. All is APC SLPP. 2 high courts. In fact, the one high court matter is with a sitting minister, the current youth minister. It brings libel against defamation and libel against one of who supporters them. He was locked up, charged to Freetown, locked up and sent to high court. I followed that matter until I ensure say that they go free.
Wonderful.
11 out of them matter then that Tonkolili then come out. First, APC SLPP. If APC slap us in, SLPP slap us in, what's an SLPP go lay complain? Now then they can't hold. APC go lay complain, nobody says nothing. I have witnessed this. Me like testimony to this, nobody not go tell me. And I think I see another kind forum there for challenge anybody if you not happen at this country.
Oh yes.
But I've been get the courage for do what I've been they do because we people let me need that.
Definitely.
If I not been doing today, we don't go back to them and go campaign. What in the people of Kono for tell we? What in the people of Bont for tell we? What in the people of Powerway Kailawan for tell we? I went all of these places. Of course, free are not for talk. Today I see some people who don't metamorphose to what we call social media gurus for APC doing a fantastic job. The rapid ons, the this and that, all of them when they started they were movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Adebayo and Jibil Bongura say go out on the 19th of September and jubilate and tell people and say, we are tired with this whole thing happening in this country. Some of them brave it. They went to the American embassy. They were arrested. Nobody know they forgot it, but I went there.
Wonderful.
Even in the midst of say, hey, no go there. Yana, if you go there, then go say now and I send them. I said, no, don't tell me that. I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer, yes.
They're my client and I'm going there.
Yes.
I go there, hold them for 21 days. The 28th day, I get them free in this country. It happens.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And I don't do them.
No, but
so
that only shows that when even they...
We represented them. You kill people, them. The one that we kill, they put in a cell. You keep them for 1 year.
Can you imagine?
Up and down at that court, they be until we ensure they get liberty. So to me, I enjoy doing it because I'm doing it for my comrades, especially so when they not being get people who they listen. Yes. And not that the leadership was not there to listen, but the leadership was so engaged with so many issues.
Indeed, indeed.
So I step in and fill that vacuum there and say, no, let me stand for the wire. Of course, you know the story of the 10 honorables from the north.
Oh, yes.
I returned them to parliament from high court. Then come the appeal. We go to the court of appeal. I win all 10. Then go back in a parliament. I can make fun to the leadership of the party, say, now me get APC parliament. Because I sent you the majority to parliament. When they don't kick the 10 and free tongue. Is that fair?
No.
Colleague them first now and free tongue. Do all kind of things. Read all kind of law. 10 of them were axed out of parliament.
Can you imagine?
And their case have still not been heard.
So I've been do this because I've been feel say it necessary. And I've been feel say APC be too we commemorate them.
Of course, of course.
So it was not only a legal obligation in me, but it was moral as well.
Yeah.
If we left them language, look at the young man above who just come out from prison.
Yeah.
Could have been sent for 5 years.
Can you imagine?
But I stood that ground, do all I can do as a lawyer. It go down for 8 months, and in counting of 2 days in one. Today is out.
Yeah.
So for me, I am saying, I've been able to do this because we need for do them as a political party. That is why Okas can be one Kosu. Let me say this.
Yeah.
I want to transform that to a political activity.
Wonderful.
The zest, the zeal, the energy, the courage we have been get for go all over this country. Now, exactly the national organizing secretary of a political party, especially the opposition need.
Yeah.
And that is why I am asking my comrade, I made a series, I made allow we follow can serve. We want to serve in a position with this strength, determination, clean record. Now we take on SLPP.
Okay.
And I am world born. This is our only country.
Yeah.
Nobody know able to tell me nothing. This is my home.
Wonderful.
But if I'm given the opportunity to serve, I want to serve. And 2023, I don't want to beat my own drum, but in need we character them for serve APC.
Absolutely.
Trust me. So that is it, my brother.
All right. Thank you so very much, Lawyer Boniface. I think say we will get for request for you to come back to the platform sometime very soon. We hope so you will give me the opportunity for can join you back and for discuss issues that we got for do to the country and with party as well. We really appreciate you. We thank you very much from the APC Diaspora Online platform. This is not the hub of the APC. This is not the voice of the APC, not the diaspora. And we want to say kudos to you for the work we've been on to do. We don't hear this also for so long. And today we get the opportunity for USSF give you a brief of which and working you've been on to do as comrade, as a Sierra Leonean, and as a professional. We want to tell you plenty thank you on behalf of the diaspora platform. And Sweet Bonita, we want to tell all the one that we join with today a lot of thanks and the contributions that we make. We want to say thank you to Reading and Oxford, the chairman, right down to the people away, puts all the things in together for come give you a wonderful reception.
Me not get the cassava leaf.
That cassava leaf they pass next year now. You can
No, but they were invited. They were invited. None of them came.
Yeah. Sweet Bonita don't capture you cassava leaf. You don't have microwave right now.
I can see.
I tell you. So once again, thank you to everybody. Thank you. We do really appreciate. And I've been promising I will drop on a Basita Michael in which is in video, and now finish them off with that. Then from there we call it today. With me today, Sweet Bonita, the Queen of Berkshire, Lawyer Boniface, and Mr. Mo Bangoa. Thank you to the technical team from the background, Mr. Delwin Thomas. And I want to say thanks to Dr. Denke, thanks to all the people in our own Papi, and all the other guys them. And of course, the one that will be upset, then 2 days yesterday, why they give me platform, don't silent, we'll be upset. I really apologize for all the things. MC, I'm a lover, so I don't know what you're MC, when they talk and made me. So all the best. So I dropped this one up with Nuna. Let me take on from there.
All the long-standing problems still entrenched in our society. We have added another problem, which is making things even worse, which is taking us backwards and not forward. And what is that? It is the seeming policy of division and exclusion, marginalization of a certain group. That is not good for business. The political instability and tension is not encouraging investment. Division on tribal lines does not consolidate peace. It perpetuates resentment. Now, yesterday in the opening statement of our leaders, we were inspired in so many ways that we saw that our leaders for the first time admitting to faults and willing to take responsibility. But we also see that there is a big gap between rhetoric and reality. We are preaching peace, yet we are undermining those institutions that foster peace. We can give countless examples, but I don't want to bore you right now with examples. Let me just mention. You. Cannot preach peace, and you're sacking people who are guaranteed with security of tenure under the Constitution and the statute. You cannot preach peace, and you impose a speaker on parliament against the majority party in parliament. We cannot preach peace when it seems like appointments are being done on tribal lines. We cannot preach peace when we are depriving access to justice of the hearing of political cases by opposition or otherwise, and even by the Sierra Leone Bar Association.
Well. As soon as you see, we left and so for the audience them for digest that one day. And I want to say thank you and goodbye to all the comrades them. So I'm going to go off now.